Welcome everybody, welcome to Facebook Live and welcome back to Beyond Boosted Posts, another in our live series of educational events designed to help you navigate your way through Facebook advertising and help you grow your business. Now, my name's John Kennedy O'Connor. I'm really thrilled to be back here with you for this live event. Thank you so much to everybody who joined us for the earlier programming, but a particularly warm welcome to everybody who's joining us for the very first time. We've had a global audience so far, and so please get into the comments room and let us know where you're joining us from in the world today. Every one of you is very, very welcome. Now, why are we here today? Well, our course is to help you build the skills that you will need to develop your new business and help you grow your business using Facebook advertising. And who is it for? Well, if you're a small business owner, and by that we mean any small business in any sector, and that's whether you're an entrepreneur, a solo entrepreneur, or whether you've already developed a core team, or whether you're a startup, this course will give you the skills you need to help you grow your business and find all the best ways of using Facebook advertising. Now today we're going to have a short video which is how to choose the right ad on Facebook, and then we'll be back here in the studio for a live Q&A with our Facebook expert, and today our expert is education content strategist Tevah Emmet. Now, you'll see on the right of your screen there is a comment section. We definitely want to hear from you, so jump in there, introduce yourself. There you will find lots of other small business owners with very similar challenges, and you'll be able to chat with them, but you'll also be able to ask questions of Tevah. And after the video, when we're back here live, we'll be getting to as many questions as we can. So if there's anything that you'd like to ask, any concerns that you have about finding the right ad, about Facebook advertising, this will give you a direct hotline through to our expert, and we'll answer as many questions as we can while we're live on air. But don't worry, even if we don't get to your question in the live section, we have a wonderful team of Facebook experts behind the scenes, and they'll be answering questions even after we've gone offline. We'll also be there putting the skills and the tools that you need for this particular course, so you'll find them there, and you'll also find details of upcoming courses. Don't forget, we're going to be live pretty much every Tuesday and Thursday from now all the way through until the end of March, and all of the details about those upcoming courses will be placed in the comments room. So we definitely want to hear from you. Any challenges, ask the questions now, and we'll get back to them right after the video. So right now, here is today's lesson, and we introduce Brad, who's going to be telling us how to choose the right type of ad.
Today's lesson, how to choose the right type of ad, is perfect for any small business owner. Whether you sell products locally or online, or you have a restaurant or a service business, or even if you have a nonprofit. I know the kinds of questions you're probably dealing with because I've been doing small business marketing at Facebook for a few years. I've met many small business owners like you, and I've helped them better understand how to use Facebook to meet their goals. When Facebook ads become part of the strategy for achieving those goals, I found that many small business owners struggle with choosing the right ad objective. Today, we're going to tackle the ad objective dilemma. First, though, let's define an ad objective. It's what you want people to do when they see your ad. Maybe you want them to visit a link, whether it's on or off Facebook. Or maybe you want them to know about your local business. Or you could want contact information from them because you need sales leads or newsletter signups. Like a lot of first-time Facebook advertisers, you probably boosted a post for your first ad. The objective for a boosted post is to get more people to engage with your post, like giving a thumbs up or a laugh, comment on it, and share it. If that's what you wanted to get from your boosted post, then great, your ad objective aligned with your goal. But if you wanted people to click through to your website, or you wanted them to message your business to make an appointment, or do something else, then you had a mismatch between what you wanted to do and the objective you chose. Today, we'll teach you how to choose the right ad objective for your goal and walk you through setting up different types of ads. When you boost a post, Facebook optimizes the ad for reactions, comments, and shares, which means Facebook looks for people in your target audience who we think are more likely to give your post a reaction, like a thumbs up or a heart, a comment, or a share. All that activity helps make more people aware of your business and gives you a chance to engage with them. So when someone comments, "What are your special flavors today?" you can reply to them. To get people to click through to your website or get them to take another action, you'll want to try a different ad objective. We'll walk through the available ad objectives now. Click the blue promote button on your business page and take a look at all the objectives available to you. We'll explain all of these objectives in a few minutes, but we'll start with the option to get clicks to your website. That's the one that can help you get more clicks to your website, so people can buy cool stuff from you, book an appointment, check out a menu, fill out a form, or anything else that's possible on a website. You can also use a link on another website. For example, if you're selling something on Amazon or eBay, you can use that link if you want. You can only drive people to one link per ad, though. We don't advise putting additional links in your ad text because Facebook will be optimizing for the main link on your ad, so that's where you want to put your focus. Once you click that option, you can create your ad. Start by putting in the link, then write the text and put in an image or video. Your call to action or CTA button should set an expectation for what will happen when people click. For example, Shop Now should lead to a page where someone can buy a product or an online store. Book Now should send them to an online appointment scheduler. Learn More could go to a page that tells people more about your business or a product or service. I won't go through all of these, but you get the idea. Your audience is the group of people you want Facebook to show your ad to. A key thing to understand here is that Facebook may not show your ad to certain people in your audience, depending on the objective you chose. When you use the website promotion objective, Facebook will look for people in your audience who are more likely to click your link based on their past behavior on Facebook. When you're done with your audience, choose a duration and budget. Every ad has a learning period. That means Facebook is spending time to figure out what kind of people in your audience are more receptive to your ad. It's really important that you not edit your ad for at least a week, because if you do, Facebook will have to start the learning period over again. Okay, so now you know how to promote a link. How about other objectives you can choose from? Let's take a look at those now. Maybe you want more likes for your business page. When more people like your page, more people can see your posts, which is a handy way to make more people aware of your business. To get more page likes, you would choose the Promote Your Page ad objective. Like a website promotion, a page promotion is optimized for people in your audience who are more likely to want to like your page. Note that there's only one call to action option here, like page. As with every ad objective will show you, you click the Promote button to start running your ad. So what else can you do? Maybe you want to reach people in the local area around your business, such as a restaurant, or retail store, or salon, or spa. Sure, you can do that when you create the audience for another ad objective, but when you choose the Promote Your Business Locally ad objective, Facebook targets the people in your audience who are within a 1 to 50 mile radius around your physical business address, not just in the same city or zip code. That's really useful because it helps you find people who are nearby. Notice that this ad objective looks a bit different. This one leads with the audience options. Make sure your business has a physical address on your page. If not, you won't be able to use this ad objective. Go to the Page Info section in your page settings to add your physical address. The call to action is important here because you can use an option like Call Now and let people call your business just by tapping the CTA button on their phone. The Get Directions CTA is another good one because it lets someone tap it and get a map to your business. What if you're looking for sales leads? Maybe you're a realtor or an accountant, or you have a car dealership, or you want signups for a newsletter. In that case, yes, you can use a Get More Leads objective to do just that. A lead ad lets you collect contact information from people so you can follow up with them later. As you can see from the first step in the process, you can use a form on your website or a form on Facebook, which appears when people click or tap your ad. Here's what the Facebook form looks like. A key thing to remember here is that less is always more with a lead form. The more typing you ask people to do, the more likely they are to exit. We're happy to answer questions about that process during the Q&A. Moving along, if you've used messaging with your page, you'll also see a Promote Your Send Message button option. If you haven't set up messaging yet, you can go to your page settings and find the People Can Contact My Page Privately option under General Settings. The Promote Your Send Message button option has the same setup process as a CTA button promotion. If that's your preferred method for communicating with customers, such as setting up appointments or reservations, or answering questions about products and services, you may want to give that a try. Facebook will look for people in your audience who are more likely to want to message you based on their past behavior. And of course, you can boost a post here too. When you click that option, you'll get a list of posts that are eligible to be boosted. Finally, you can choose the option at the top called Automated Ads. We don't have time to get into it, so you can ask in the chat and we'll share some helpful links. Okay, we've learned a lot about ad objectives today. Remember when I said to grab something to write with? Now it's time to think about what you want to achieve with your next Facebook ad. Write it down, and then write down the objective that matches your goal. You could write it this way. I want to get people to fill in the blank, so I should choose the fill in the blank ad objective. For example, I want to get people to visit my online store, so I should choose the website promotion ad objective. I've put a couple other examples on the screen. Okay, while you're thinking about that, here are 3 more boosted post options you have. You can also create and boost an event, offer, or job. I know that was a lot to cover, so here are 3 key takeaways from this lesson that you should keep in mind when creating ads. Keep a clear focus on one goal you want to achieve with each ad and choose an objective that matches it. You can always run another ad later to achieve a different goal. Don't touch your ad for at least a week. known as the learning period, so Facebook can optimize it for what you want to achieve. Remember that with most ad objectives, Facebook looks for people in your audience who are more likely to take the action you want, such as engaging with a post or clicking a link. Also, don't forget to check out our additional resources for you, such as free online learning about this topic. Now, are you ready with your questions? Let's join our host for that part of the show. And don't forget to check out our other lesson about creating target audiences for your ads.
Welcome back, everybody. And if you're just joining us, we've been talking about how to choose the right type of ad on Facebook. Thank you so much for that lesson, Brad. Really appreciate it. And I've been joined now in the studio live with Tevah Emmet, who is the education content strategist for Facebook. Tevah, welcome back. It's great to see you here again at Facebook.
Thank you.
Tell us a little. Well, welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I love marketing. It is one of my favorite passions in the world. And I'm just glad to be here to be able to support other small businesses who are making a difference for themselves, their families, their communities, learn marketing a little better.
And what is your role here at Facebook? What is a content education strategist?
Absolutely. Simplified, I develop educational content,
Okay.
or I develop e-courses and help center articles that teach anywhere from a Fortune 500 company or an agency to a small business how to set up their ads, how to run them, and more about the different types of ad objectives we have.
And what's the story behind your personal journey into marketing?
Interesting. You know, my personal journey actually starts through music. And I was in high school, I was doing a lot of music and performing, and I knew that if I wanted to be successful, I would need to know marketing. And so I started getting into marketing, learning it, and started, running an email campaign system in high school with thousands of followers, and learning, the different kind of tools necessary to build an audience. And I also saw that as I, began doing my research, especially, with the advent of social channels, I saw an opportunity for a lot of the small businesses that were in my neighborhood, a lot of the nonprofits who were doing amazing work, for a lot of the other artists like me who had a message that they wanted to say to the world. They had this opportunity like never before. Before you had to have how much money to get a billboard or a commercial or a TV, ad. And now it was this opportunity where it leveled the playing field, and anyone, if they had the right education, could speak to the world. And so I'm here, and advertising made a big difference in my life because I saw the opportunity for small businesses, for those nonprofits, for those musicians, for those change agents, for anyone who wanted to make that difference and wanted to make that change, they can now do it and have a level playing field.
Wonderful. Well, that's a great journey for you, and indeed it's a great journey for all of our audience. This is your opportunity to now ask Tevah any questions that you have about any concerns. What is your journey? Let us know. Jump into the comment section. You'll see it just to the right of the screen. Let us know where you're joining us from in the world, and any question that you'd like Tevah to answer while we're live on air, we will try and get to. But don't worry, even if we don't have time to get to everybody, we do have a wonderful team of Facebook experts behind the scenes, and they will be answering questions even after we've gone off air. And I can already see that things are popping up. So Tevah, if we're ready to start, we got some questions coming in, but just very quickly, what does Tevah mean?
Tevah means nature.
There we go. Well, let's see what we can get from the nature of our comment section today. So here's a question that's come in. How can I determine the right ad objective for my business?
It really depends on what your business objective is. What are you trying to do for your business? So some people are trying to sell tickets to a show. Some people are trying to encourage people to come to a physical location. Some people just want to make sure that everyone around knows about them. And depending on what you're trying to do, that's really going to determine your objective. So you want to match your business goal with your objective. So if you're looking for mass awareness and you want to target and reach as many people as possible, you might want to do a reach campaign. If you're looking to drive people to a website so that they can see any of your content, or if you have a webinar or something like that that's on that website, you might want to use a traffic. But excuse me, if you're selling products, then maybe you're looking at conversion objectives like catalog sales or conversion. So it really depends on what your business does.
Good, Elsa. Thank you for that. Another question that's come in, and please jump in the comment section. Let us know any questions that you want to ask Tevah while we're live. This question is, I want to get more people to watch my live video. So what would be the ad objective? Is there a best practice?
Oh, interesting, interesting. So there's a couple ways you can do that, right? So one, I think with live videos, there's just a couple of things you want to be mindful of, right? One of those key things is frequency. Right, so if you're going to do it, it's not something you may just want to do every once in a while. You want to let people know, hey, this is when I go live, this is the time, these are the expected, times. So that way, someone can anticipate when you're going to be live, and you're not just getting people who are currently on. People are actually coming to your live video as a destination, right? And so, if you want to promote that through an ad, what I would look at is, looking at the engagement objective. And doing, creating an event for your ad, and then for your live, and then promoting the event, right? And that'll have people, sign up. They'll be able to get reminders that the event is coming up and things like that.
Thank you for that. Really appreciate that. And also, when people are talking about live and also about developing their content, I know that you're very big on Instagram, where you are Tevah, the idea man.
Yes.
And I know that you've also seem to have no inhibitions, as it were, about creating your content. You're very talented in that field. But a lot of our viewers, a lot of the people who are in small business situations may not have that confidence. Should they be? What is the best practice for them to develop the best content?
I think the best practice is to start. Right, you're not going to achieve anything by not doing anything, and I think often we are paused by just I don't know how, or the fear of is this going to perform well, or will people like it, or I don't feel comfortable in front of a camera, or there's infinite numbers of reasons, and I would say I haven't always been comfortable in front of a camera or making content. I think that it just takes doing it. Right, and so what I would look at, as a couple of ways to get started is, one, practice making little self videos of you talking about your product or service. Right, no one's going to speak as passionately about you as a small business or an entrepreneur about your product or service as you are, and let that get comfortable. Right, and then you can also find interviews of other people. Maybe if you're really not comfortable, talk to your customers. Right, they'll tell you a great story. And get that on video and capture that and share that. So I would say just get creative, try different things, experiment, and see what people perform best to.
I think that's one of the real beauties of Facebook advertising. Back in the day, when you had to have an agency to produce all this stuff for you, that's no longer the case.
Right. You can't experiment at that case. You need to know, what am I getting?
Now, just a reminder, the comment section is open. If you look just to the right of the screen, that's where we want to hear from you. Let us know where you're joining us from. Let us know what your challenges are. Let us know all about your business. But please give us your questions. If there's anything you'd like to ask Tevah while we're live on air, we'll try and get to as many questions as we can. The next question that's come in is, what if you want your ad to achieve more than one ad objective, such as awareness and website visits?
Okay. Well, then you can run two campaigns. So there's something called an A/B test, which is you're testing two different things to see which performs better. So sometimes that can be, people do it for their copywriting. Some people do it for the actual ad, their creative or video or asset. Some people do it for objectives. So you can do a campaign that both does brand awareness, and then you can do another campaign that does traffic. So I would look at, how do you, and then I would either exclude the audiences so they're not seeing the same exact, they're not seeing the ad multiple times, or try using a different creative to see if that impacts the ad.
Great advice. Well, thank you for all of your questions. Keep them coming. The next question we had was, what can I do to improve my ad performance?
For ad performance, that's really, there's a lot of things, right? There's, of course, your audience. There's your creative. There's your copywriting. There's where you leading, your ad to, right? Are you taking them to a messenger or to a landing page? So when you're looking at increasing ad performance, there's a lot of things to look over. One of the first places I like to start, and it's just because it is one of the most heavily influential in someone interacting with your ad is your actual creative, right? And so your creative is the piece that people are scrolling by and seeing, right? And so there's a couple of best practices I want to share for that. One is designing for sound off, right? And what that means is when you're making a video, traditionally a lot of people, over 50% of people are viewing videos on Facebook and Instagram with their sound off, right? So imagine...
That's a good point.
Imagine you're in your business meeting and someone's talking for a while and you're like, scrolling a little bit, or you're in a busy or crowded, cafe or coffee shop and you don't want to have, your content playing loudly. And there you are, someone else as an advertiser, the small business, who makes this amazing ad, tells your story about how amazing your product is and how it's helped so many people, but you forgot to put subtitles.
Pretty key.
Right, and now all these people who could potentially be buyers now can't understand your ad because it's only available to be able to hear it. So I would say make sure you're putting subtitles. Movement is another big one. I see a lot of small businesses using or running ads as a single image, right? And that's okay if you're just looking to get started, or you're trying to figure it out. That's fine. And sometimes images perform really well. However, movement attracts the eye. And so when you're scrolling, if you can have some type of movement within your ad, maybe it's an image, but you just animate the words. And there's apps for that, right, that you can do all on your phone. So if you Google search Facebook Mobile Studio, that'll give you a list of apps and these best practices that I'm sharing. But you want to add a little bit of animation, either a video, either animated text, something to get the eye, capture the eye.
Great advice. Well, and indeed, all of those tools are available from Facebook, which why this process is so easy compared with how advertising used to be, and what the benefit of using Facebook advertising is for so many small businesses. Thank you so much for all of your questions. Keep them coming. We'll get to as many as we can while we're live on air, but don't forget, our Facebook experts behind the scenes will be answering questions even after the live portion of this broadcast is finished. But we have another question that's come in. When I choose promote my business locally, how does Facebook look for the right people locally?
Yeah, so when you're promoting your business locally, what Facebook is doing is finding as many people as possible to see your ad within the given proximity that you give Facebook. So if you say 5-mile radius based on your budget and how your ad is performing, it's going to show it to as many people in that radius as possible.
Great advice. Another question that's come in, and this is very specifically from a particular type of business, but this applies to any type of business, no matter what your field is. But this gentleman's asking, well, I assume it's a man, by the way he's phrased it, how can I promote my business as a handyman?
Interesting. Okay.
Do you need some time to think about that?
I'm the idea man.
Yeah.
What do you mean? The ideas come. I would say there's a couple of things, right? When you think about why social media is so impactful and why Facebook and Instagram is so impactful, it's because you have the opportunity to build a connection and a community with someone that you may have never met, right? And if you're a business, you have that same opportunity. So if you think about handyman or most services, right, there are so many providers out there today, right? The competition is immense. So how do you get a customer to trust your business, right? One way to do that is to give out free information and advice, right? And so if you're constantly giving to people, right, rather than asking, some people, whether they're doing ads or just kind of running content, typically only are like, hey, buy my goods and services, right? But if you instead think about what would be helpful to my audience, right? So as a handyman, maybe it's, hey, here's some tips and tricks for keeping, things in your house fixed, or here's how you fix some small things that you wouldn't need a handyman for. And if a customer continuously sees that content, right, they begin to have a trusting relationship with that person, right? Whether it's a restaurant that's cooking and they're teaching them some dishes of how to make it, whether they're a marketing expert or maybe they're a lawyer and they're giving out legal tips, right? When people see things that they can consume and already trust from an individual or a business, that keeps that business or individual top of mind. So next time that person needs that service, they'll say, oh, this person's given me a bunch of great information already. I trust them. I fixed this piece of my house with his video, and now I'll hire him.
Fantastic, and we've got great information coming from Tevah, the idea man, if you're just joining us. This is how to choose the right type of ad on Facebook. If you have missed any of this program, don't worry, it still lives on. It will be available to be watched for the next 7 days. But thank you for all of your questions. Keep them coming. We've got a lot of questions coming into the comment section. So here's another one from somebody here in the US. I am in Eastern Tennessee and have an acupuncture business. What is the best type of ad to run?
Acupuncture business. You know, my aunt does acupuncture. And I remember when I was really young, the first time I saw it, and there was like a needle right here in my head, and I was like,
Not something I've tried, but
try it. It's relaxing.
Okay.
You know, I think that I think talking about the benefits of acupuncture, having people share, you know, what acupuncture has done for them is good. And then I would also look at, depending on, you know, if they're one location versus multiple locations, looking at the in-store traffic objective, which really allows you to target anywhere from a 1 mile radius and up, right? And what that does is allow you to get really specific with the people that are in your local community and make sure that they see your content. And so traditionally, if you have that kind of business, or, you know, whether it's acupuncture, it could be massage therapy, it could be, you know, general health and wellness, fitness, right? Being able to target the people that are in your proximity or that are close to you are going to be very important. So I would look at that as an objective, and then make sure you're, you know, utilizing some of those creative best practices like designing for sound off, adding motion, and then telling your passion and the why behind your business.
Well, it's fantastic to have somebody as passionate as Tevah, the idea man, here with us today. Don't forget, we are live, so any questions that you'd like to ask while we're live on air, please do. Here's another one that's come in. Is it better to have one long-running ad or several short-term ads?
It depends on what you're doing, right? So if you want to test and kind of check different things, or see which interest works best, or, you know, if you want to do lead generation and you want to see, you know, is it best to send people to Messenger, or is it best to send people to, you know, other formats, then I would recommend, you know, running the different ads, right? The smaller, short-running ads. Now, some larger businesses who are doing, especially like high e-commerce business who are doing like a lot of product sales and have a product catalog, they can do dynamic ads, right, under you know, the conversion objective or the catalog sales objective, and they have a little more leeway to do some of that kind of long-term campaign, because they can monitor the results through sales, right, and how much they're getting, and they have a lot of different products that they can sell. So the ad is actually not just making an ad for one of their products, but it's making an ad for a whole lot of their products, sometimes thousands. So it really depends on, you know, what type of business you are. And if you have some of the more advanced tools, then you may be able to do some of those longer running ads.
Thank you. Great advice. Now, I just want to remind everybody, we're going to be here pretty much every Tuesday and Thursday from now all the way through to the end of March. We'll have a whole series of different Facebook experts, but we'll be coming back to this topic. So you will have further opportunities to ask questions of our expert, but please take advantage today while we're live with Tevah. But if we don't get to your question while we're live on air, don't worry, we will be answering it once the broadcast is finished, and you will be able to join us right from the beginning again. If you've missed any of this broadcast, or if you're just joining us, the broadcast will be available for the next 7 days on the website. But one question that's just come through, is there a book that you would recommend for learning Facebook ads, or other, apart from this wonderful series, other online courses?
Yes. Well, Facebook Blueprint has a host of online courses where you could get everything you need to know about running ads. So if you go to facebook.com/blueprint, you know, there are everything from entry level to highly advanced level courses, and just, you know, take that opportunity to make it a bit of a learning practice. And what I mean by that is take the opportunity to learn a bit every day, or as often as you can, so that you can keep increasing your skills, and that'll keep reflecting in your business.
Well, I think we've reached the end of the live questions that we have now. I think we've covered pretty much everything that we can. Thank you so much for your live questions. Tevah, is there anything you'd like to finish with a leave behind for today's course and for our audience?
Absolutely. Today I'll say, remember your story. Right? Why did you start your business? Why are you an entrepreneur? Is it to change the world? Is it to make an impact in your community? Maybe it's to make sure that your family is taken care of. Maybe it's just your passion and you love it, right? But remember that why when things get difficult or when you are trying to figure out how to make it all work. And make sure that your customers know your why. Because if they understand why you're doing this, why you want to support them, why you're solving that problem for them, then that can get them to be more in line with your business and support you even more. So always come back to your why.
Fantastic. Well, Tevah, it's always wonderful to see you. It's always wonderful not only to share your expertise, but also to share your enthusiasm. You always come alive when you're in the studio. So thank you so much for joining us today. Well, I do want to remind everybody that although we didn't get to every question while we were live, our Facebook experts are behind the scenes. They'll be able to answer any more questions that come through into the chat room. And if you missed anything from today, you will be able to see this course all the way from the beginning as soon as we go off the air. It will be available on the website for a week. And don't forget, if you have any friends or colleagues who you think will benefit from this particular course, do share it with them. Send them the links, and they'll have a chance to see the course over the next week. I do want to remind everybody that we are here live every Tuesday and Thursday, pretty much from now until the end of March. There'll be lots more opportunities to talk directly to Facebook experts and to put your questions, and also to share the educational content. So look out for that. We'll put all of the information for that into the comments box just to the right of the screen. A huge thank you to everybody who's joined us today, wherever you are in the world. We've had a truly global audience once more. Thank you, of course, to Tevah, the Idea Man, and that's where they can find you on Instagram.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll look forward to hearing from them. As I say, we're going to be back on Tuesday, March the 3rd, with another Facebook expert, and then we'll be teaching you how to reach the right audience. And until then, thanks so much for joining us, and bye-bye.